Okay, how we doing out there? First things first, my name is Kenneth, the creator of Supreme Ambient Light Rejection Screen Paint using Ambient Light Rejection Technology Gain. About to do a paint over real quick on the Supreme, using a Supreme 12 because, got my shirt hooked in there. Because right now I'm doing this challenge for myself and showing other people how you can build a nice little ultra short throw setup that's not going to cost you an arm and leg. Let me take off some of this licensed content which I'm watching right now. 4K Fish YouTube. Right now, out in here. Trying really hard to keep this project under $600. And right now I found out the drywall I need to get is very cheap, but the problem with the drywall is it has to be cut and sized, and you can't get it off Amazon. So I'm gonna have to, I'm not definitely going to Home Depot and Lowe's and pick it up. And for Home Depot and Lowe's to ship it over to me, they want to charge me an arm and a leg just to ship it over. That's gonna take me over out of my budget. I'm not gonna be able to do it that way. So this is a screen I have downstairs in my basement. It's an old screen I use as a splatter screen. I'm going to coat this over with Supreme Black. This fits perfectly upstairs. And pretty much for the wood and everything it cost me to put it together, it's pretty cheap. So I've got to keep this thing under. Right now I'm about to order my speakers. I already ordered the projector. And then I'm going to order me another ultra short throw projector for the kitchen, because I got to remember I got to redo that screen in there because there's supposed to be a screen in that kitchen too also. So I got to get that one started too. So I'm going to paint this one right now because I want all this document of me showing me how you to install a ultra short throw setup in your home. Like I said, the upstairs from my office, we're going to turn that into a little theater, little living room right there. I just have to go to Sherman-Williams, pick up my paint, which I already ordered. Nice little red burgundy, which I'm going to use for that setup in there. Well, we're going to have a busy couple of days, man, because right now my orders are stacking up. 60 orders in my account. I told you by the time Tuesday gets, everything's going back to the original price. Sale's over. So you better collect it now. Get in on it now. Everybody else has been getting their orders in. We're going to be stacked. And good thing I did order 2 more sets of containers, because we're going to have a lot. It's going to be a lot of orders. All right. Let me get something more. I went to Amazon today, ordered some nice decorative art. Got me a new Japanese fountain for the room. I'm going to paint a Supreme Black on right now. The screen fits perfectly in my setup. So we got enough on here to do this. We should. I might have off the edge or anything. Alright. I think I'm going to set my projector up because I want to have a look at it after I get done with it. I'm going to do a paint and dry. So I'm going to get a projector. Stick this up real quick. I think I got a Chrissy upstairs. Yeah, I'm going to grab one of the Chrissy's upstairs. microphone case. You're going to need that piece again. Put it up. We should have enough cord here, maybe. We got enough cord. Right in here. I'm setting on my projector. Is that ready? Dopey, I need a stand. I think that screen's wide enough for me to hang up on the wall. I can hang this up. Let's see. This is wide enough for me to hang up on the wall. I can hang this on the floor. Let me see if I can hang this up. A little easier myself. Yeah, I can hang this up. Oh yeah, that'll work. Ain't enough room. Alright, cool. You can just hang this up. Alright, cool. That'll definitely work. I'll hang it right when I get done. Alright, cool. That's when we figure out the triple step in the office. It's all taken care of. Done. Okay, got to set up. It's done. Grab me a cell phone for a key. Cell phone should be charged up. Okay, we got some time charged. Alright, cool. We're ready to go. Let me see from here. Okay, so here, and do this with a black right here. Knock this out real quick. I don't paint my screens in traditional ways how people do them. I just pretty much just go anywhere I want. I don't know why I'm painting this fabric on here. I got a nice tight screen underneath this. Yeah, I got a nice tight screen underneath this. Why am I painting it on top of this fabric? This I shouldn't be doing. This has got to be tighter. This was just done for a splatter effect. Let me see something for a minute here. I got a screen underneath this. I don't like the way this is pouring out like that. I'm not worried about wasting paint. I make this stuff all day long, so. Usually I have a customer, if they make a mistake on the screen, I'll go in and basically just replace it for free. I'm used to them paying for it twice, or the full price for it. Like, why am I painting over this? This is a kind of a stretchy, we don't like to use this material right here. I got a nice tight screen over the top of this. There we go. I knew I had another surface underneath this. Not worried about this at all. Amazon surface. I kind of like it because it's front and rear. Usually front and rear screens are hard to paint over. Right over top, let's get rid of this. I should have had my bracket, or whatchamacallit, a padding in the middle, which I did not do. What is he doing? I actually tearing off this outer shell because this was not supposed to be. This was done for a demonstration. I don't need this on here. Make sure I know what all those little whatchamacallit are going to, because I'll step on these later on in the night and get messed up. All right. This surface is going to be really bad condition, but I don't care because the stuff is not cool. This surface is not supposed to be on here. Ooh, man, I should be wearing goggles doing this nonsense. I haven't messed around and put an eye out. This is the bed sheet screen. Remember, the screen I made out of a bed sheet. Yep. All right. And that's one of these out. Put these last little bits up that don't want to go up. Have to be a little stubborn here. There we go. Yeah, this is that. There we go. That's better. Let me do this. do. Got a nice big marking down the middle of my screen for not padding that. So you don't want that. Pad that bar. Now, after all what you just saw, you probably gonna think, oh, that screen's gonna come out looking horrible. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I told you this stuff is pretty much foolproof. There's no way you can mess it up. Really very easy to do. Make sure the bar's nice and padded. Double do that just in case. I want to make sure. The last thing I'm gonna do is paint a bar. I'm gonna paint a screen. I got a bar print in the middle of my screen. It irritates the daylights out of me. I'm gonna try to get that in a nice. I'm sitting around trying to figure out how to build this screen. I saw a screen in there for like around 50 bucks. It was perfect. It was a fabric screen. I'm still gonna buy one of those anyway because I'm curious how that one's gonna work. I'm gonna buy one of those anyway. There's a $50 screen, and all you do is just feed the rails through, and that's all you have to do. So I thought I'd get that first, but the measurements on the screen were too big. It wasn't going to fit where the wall was at, and I was like, that's not going to work. So I can't use that at all because I got a light switch there, and I got an electrical outlet. That's not going to work. So a 100-inch screen is just going to be too big to do. So I have to go with something smaller than a 100-inch screen. Oh, this is a new container. I got plenty of paint. There we go. So as I'm painting, I'm watching the fabric move with me, and I'm like, wait a minute, that fabric is not secure. It's not tightly secured down. There we go. Okay. There we go. That's better. Because every time I wanted to paint, it was moving with the fabric. I'm like, oh, this is not on it securely. This is the one I actually originally had on here. There we go. There we go. Nice and smooth. Broad patch in the middle. So I had somebody thinking, you got to bring in a professional painter. You don't need a professional painter for this stuff. You don't, really. Honestly, do it yourself. Save some money. You don't have to bring a professional painter. You don't have to have a particular paint roller. You see this paint roller right here? I've washed this paint roller out 5 times and painted 5 screens with the same roller. You don't have to do all that. It's easy. That's the whole purpose of the technology. Make it easy so anybody can paint a screen with no problem. The fellow who designs the screen paint for the HD screen paint, those things got to go up and down, roller formation. I'm going up and down roller formation. Going over the surface. That's it. We need a little bit more paint right there in that one spot. Corners. So, okay, you can hire anybody. Now, if you get some work done on your walls, okay, yeah. You're not familiar with that field. You hire somebody to do that, but I'm going to paint the screen for you. No, you should be doing that yourself. All right, let me put this over here. We're done with all that. So, Get me a fan to dry the screen with. I think it's another room. Now that screen was built with scraps of wood I had laid around in the shop. Got myself me a bed sheet from over at Walmart. That's how I built my screen here. This is an old screen. Had it for a while. When it dries, it'll dry nice and tight. Go. Throw our fan up. This is 12. I'm use this for my ultra short throw projector setup upstairs. I got to swallow my cord in my chair. Remember, screen's always darkest when they're wet. I've done this a million times. So many times I've done this over and over again. This is going to fit perfectly upstairs. There we go. Project them just a little bit, that over a bit. Oh, it's pretty nice. Boom, there we go. Boom, shakalaka. There you go. It's still wet. It's not even dry. That's how fast it took me to paint that screen in. No time at all. Didn't make a difference if I had something sticky on the side of the screen. I had to pull it off and didn't make a difference. I don't got to prime nothing. Just roll right over top and be done with it. That's it. So we'll let that dry. I'll keep my left behind me. As I said before, Black Friday sale ends on Tuesday. That's it. I'd like to thank y'all for basically supporting my company. I really appreciate it. Like I said, we already ordered those containers, so they'll be here either tomorrow or they'll be here basically on Monday, but I did ship them overnight, so we posted all that on there. Unfortunately, like I said, FedEx lost our original containers. So, you know, we'll get everybody taken care of. Like I said, we're not going to wait until the end of Friday to do it. We're going to take care of it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, get everybody knocked out as fast as we possibly can before the next ship out day for Friday. So we'll get you all taken care of. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Get my area cleaned up. Back it on. You go. Get my area straightened up, get everything back to normal back there. That's it, screen's still wet. You can see it's producing a nice bright image. Even if the surface is nice and wet, it's still producing a nice bright image. See right there, the screen's all wet. Nice and soaked, but it's still producing a bright image. It's not even dry yet. As it starts to dry, the screen's going to get brighter and brighter, so it's still wet. That's why I try to explain to people that, you know, you don't need any pros, none of that, no sanding, no priming. That's an old screen that I had downstairs in the basement. I just ripped off the outer cover, coated it over, and that's it. You see how I painted the screen? No professional, all over the screen. Done. When it starts to dry, all that will disappear. It'll be nice and flat, beautiful, and voila. I'm going to be using this for my ultra short projector upstairs in the office for that setup. So I figured, why buy a screen? And I can't paint the drywall. I wanted to paint it directly on the drywall, but the wall was so crooked, I was like, it's not going to come up. And the drywall was an issue trying to get it. So, you know, I got an old screen in the basement. I'll dust that off, paint over that. We'll use it up here. All right, you can see the screen is still wet. Back inside the side. And that right there is a bed sheet. I built that screen from scraps of wood I had sitting around the shop. I'll show you the back of my screen. So this is scraps of wood I had laying around the shop because I was too lazy to go over to Home Depot or Lowe's and pick up any material. This is an actual bed sheet that I bought over at I picked up over at a Walmart for like $6. That's it. $6.44 I think I paid for the bed sheet and just some old scraps of wood laying around in the shop. Once you coat over with that technology, that's it. That's why I explained to you that when, you know, we start designing screens, we can make our screens out of anything we want. Costs will be cheaper to do because the material will be cheaper. I like the idea of basically just taking recycled materials and melting them down and reusing them again. We're still wet right up in here and there, but it's getting brighter. This will get brighter than that. Still a little wet. That's why I told you, you know, a lot of people like that. Some people accept it, some people don't, but there's no way in the world our product could be that dark. Just watch me paint that screen in no time at all. And on a piece of something, a crappy material too. Look how bright it is. Okay. Let me get nice and close to it. See how bright that screen is getting. It's still wet right up in there. Now it's still a little soaking wet. Screen is producing 100% contrast levels, and now the screen's coding is going to be activating soon, which you'll see the screen start to pull white levels. Colors will be more vivid, more brighter. And that's from an old dirty screen in my basement that's covered in dust that I've been using for basically demonstrations of splatter screens. You want to keep the lights out? There you go. I'll take my lights out in the back. Now my projector I paid for my setup cost me $149. The screen paint, since it's on the Black Friday sale, would have cost the customer around $98. My sound bar cost me $130 with the speakers, the same one I got set up over here. I got upstairs. Pretty much, I'm going to do this under 600 bucks. I'm pretty much going to be the chance to paint my wall burgundy, throw in LED lights, speakers, projector, screen, paint, all for under $600. Probably about $600. Probably close to $600 on the mark. Didn't have to do any. He saw me buy my projector. Didn't have to do any research. Bought me a 720p projector. That's all I needed. Look at that picture quality. So if my screen was so dark that you couldn't see it, how come it looks like that? And you watch me paint that screen in. Yeah. It is what it is. Still maintain the same color. The lights on. This is going to look beautiful in my office. I can't wait. That was good. Screen's so wet. Coating has activated for white levels. And this is in real time, people. I'm not Thanos. I don't have any special powers. Look how beautiful that image looks. Let's go back on that one in a minute. Look at that. Just stare at that for a minute. How dark is this screen supposed to pull up in there? I mean, come on, look, man. I understand, you know, I got my haters out there that can't stand me, but look at that. Pro boys, look at that screen. Look at the white levels on that technology. I love doing this. I love to paint on demonstrations. I love to paint and dry. That's my favorite, doing paint and dries. And I paint that screen in, hit that fan, and then throw them white levels on it. You watch the white levels pop on that screen. I love it. That means every naysayer has ever said my technology doesn't work. Voila. I already got companies. I got 2 companies came in today offering to buy the technology. Look at that. And that's a bid sheet. And one thing, a lot of hard work. That's what 10 years of research on black technology will get you. A lot of freaking hard work. This is a result of my time put in. My time and my faith in God. This is my results right here. Putting 10 years of hard work in developing black technology. And keep in mind, at the end of the day, I don't give this credit to myself. I never give myself credit for technology I develop. Never. My technology goes to God. My glory goes to God. Everything I develop and make goes to God. I get arrogant. Yeah, I do. I do get a bit arrogant. But come on, look at this. It's like a screen I just rolled on. It's a black screen that's producing high white levels, contrast levels, the whole 9 yards, everything. And I did it on a crappy, trashy surface, which I ripped another screen off of. And that's why I wanted to calm down and say, Ken, you're getting a little too arrogant here. You got to bring it down a little bit. God likes people that are humble. So I do kind of get a little arrogant from time to time. But come on, after working at 10 years at this, I still got to keep it humble. But I just like sometimes I try to keep it humble, but for the naysayers out there, just to let you know, I'm grinning from ear to ear on this behind this camera. You ever remember the Grinch had figured out how to steal Whoville and that big old grin came across his face? Because I know what you're thinking right now in your living room. You're watching the screen popping off in front of you. That's why I try to explain to people, when you try to tear me down, you don't tear me down. The racial slurs, death threats, all that nonsense, that stuff don't bother me. I've been in this business for 10 years. I done heard everything under the sun. This makes me stronger. It does. Somebody tells me I can't do something, oh, I'll show them I can do it. I'll show you I can do it. I don't care how long it takes, even 10 years. Because like I said, Black Diamond is responsible for me developing this technology, because when we got into that little scuffle, that little disagreement, in the back of my head, I said, I'm going to develop something that's going to be blacker than your screen, and it's going to look insane. And it took 10 years to do it. I know a few things about him. It took him 11 years. It took 11 years to develop that technology he developed. In his attic. I got to give him respect for that. Persistent. Got to give him that credit. But like I said, when I see people doing demonstrations right off the bat with a high-power projector, come on now. When we first test this stuff, we do it on the low, trashy projectors we got sitting around the shop. Those are the ones we use first. This paint already earned this ability to be able to be sitting on a $5,000 projection screen. It's earned its right. Earned its right to be on a $4,000 because I had to go through the mud and the dirt first before it got to this point. Look how beautiful the colors look. Look, let me show you up close on this. Look how this looks. How beautiful that looks. Good God, I swear. I wish y'all could be here right now to look at this. This is going to look amazing on that short though upstairs. So what I'm going to do is upstairs, I'm going to do the walls in burgundy, like red burgundy, to match the black screen. And we're going to put a nice soft blue behind the back of the screen. I should just redo my whole office. I should just repaint the whole entire office and just do it like that. Yeah, I should do that. Put my projectors upstairs in the attic, because I really don't need them downstairs in the shop, downstairs in the room, in my office. They're cluttering up my office. There'll be someplace to put all those projectors at. Can't put them in the basement because they'll collect dust. Let's grab this one. I'm going to do some lizards. got some of them in the refrigerator right now. A lot of hard work. A lot of freaking hard work. Oh, man. I'm going to do a pre-recorded version of this. I have to. Of this screen. But then again, I got plenty of time when I finish the office upstairs. So we don't need a fan anymore. We're done with this. The rest of the screen will dry on its own. So we don't need this. We can get this out of the way. That's done. And that's why I like to do the demonstrations of paint and dry. That way you can see exactly how fast you can paint the screen, how easy it is to paint the screen. And if you notice how I painted the screen, I was all over. I mean, there was no up and down formation. It was here, there, there, there. Just throwing paint across the screen. Pretty much that's it. Just assure that anybody can do it. It's definitely foolproof. Depending on just any surface you want. This is a trashy old piece of surface that I had down the base that I use for demonstrations. It's covered in dirt. No cleaning it, no priming it. Just roll over and be done with it. Now the surface, the reason why I had to pull that off because that was basically a stretchable material. It wasn't tightly down to the straight to the sides of the screen. It was just put on there loosely just to do a demonstration to show a splatter effect. I needed something that was tight. And anytime you're going to do a screen, make sure your material is nice and tight around the frame. You don't want any loose, any baggy material on your frame. You want it nice and tight. And for $98, pretty much, you can paint up to 126 inches, which means you can have that big screen see in my living room. You can paint a screen about that size. It's a 126-inch screen right there. At this point, I don't know which one I want more, blue or black. So good gracious, I never get used to these black screens. Blue's incredible, black's incredible. I'm gonna go with this. All right, let's do some white levels now. You know, we don't need to do contrast. Contrast is going to be a given. We're going to have contrast either way. So we got a wet spot right about there. That'll dry no time at all. Yes, sirree. Let's get some more skin tones in here. See how bright these skin tones come up. Now keep in mind, it says on the website for the 12, it says that the white levels will be a tad low, but nothing that will disrupt your picture quality. Does that look like that disrupts your picture quality? We're not going to bother mentioning the other person's name. As far as I'm concerned, he doesn't exist anymore. We've done it. No, we've done everything we need to do. I don't have to buy paint from him anymore because I can just make it now, so I don't care. So bottom line is, we're just going to concentrate on our own technology, which does what it's supposed to do. There you go. Looking at a screen that's still partially wet, but not enough that's going to disrupt. So you can see automatically from the door how long it's going to take to actually dry somewhat the screen. Because it's like I said, it's a spot on it to start to be dried, but it'll be there. Doesn't take long, that's all. Easy to paint. Your kids will literally paint that screen for you. Slow order DOC, easy to wash off, you know what I mean? Get some on your floor, just take some hot water and soap, just scrub right off, be done with it. Takes no time at all. And the coverage is fast. Dry up, still a little wet in certain places, but you can see how the white levels are in. We are going to do snow demonstrations, doesn't make a difference. Deep blues. All right, so I'm gonna measure this thing out from my wall upstairs and get ready to start setting up tomorrow. I think I should have the wall installed. Gotta order neon lights for the night and stuff like that. And get everything done. But keep in mind, like I said, still waiting for, once my labels drop and get here, this is on hold automatically from the door. This stops because I got to get the customers taken care of first. But until I'm waiting for my equipment to get here, my containers to get here, I can work on this for the time being for some demonstrations. Like I said, I'm still doing your orders and everything. Everything's being taken care of. Once those boxes, this automatically stops right from the door. I mean, y'all should know that. When I had this screen right here, this screen sat on my floor for 1 month. White screen, Never painted it. Sat up for 1 month until I got all my orders taken care of. When all my orders are done, I can resume my projects. Customers come first. This also helps customers out because when I get the screen paint, some of them are curious. I mean, I understand you don't want to mess it up. You don't want to make a mistake here and there. You pay the money for the paint. You don't want to mess up. That's why I do these demonstrations, show you how fast I can paint that screen in. Don't have to think about it. Just done. Throw it up there, let it dry, and it's finished. That's it. There's no way in the world you can mess it up. And the beautiful thing about it is you really don't have to spend a lot of money for a projector. Like I said, went on eBay. I bought myself a $149 short throw NEC projector. I'm going to use it right on here. We're going to do a demonstration right off that with the lights on, with sunlight coming through the windows, the whole 9 yards, everything. All right, people. Hope you enjoyed the video demonstration. Thank you all for your time. I didn't do much contrast demonstrations because, like I said, what's the point? The screen's black. So, what I should be doing, what you should be seeing from me personally, you should be seeing white levels and bright colors and stuff like that. Something that a black screen's not supposed to do. As I'm saying, vice versa. Anyone that's doing a gray mix should be doing demonstrations on contrast levels. But they're not going to do that. They're going to save them bright white images. Oh, wait. I bet you $100 the challenge was never met with the black star field. I bet you that was never done. I guarantee you. But, who cares? Anyway, let's get out of here. I got to go. Got things to do. Got to get your orders taken care of for Monday. Get everybody taken, get your tracking numbers and everything good to go. And then after that, I can resume my project on building my ultra short throw living room setup in my office. All right. Thank you all. Got to go. And God bless. Be safe.